very good morning to all our listeners. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. A quick look at the major story here then, and it has been the confirmation of those results from the eagerly anticipated European stress tests, where 25 banks have failed, 11 will now need to raise more capital. The actual details though, maybe not as bad as some may have feared. A lot of the numbers that have come out have been pretty much in fitting with a lot of the rumoured reports at the end of last week and over the weekend. The weakness very much in the Italian banks, where 9 of those failed those tests out of the 25. In terms of the actual capital shortfall identified, that came in at 25 billion euros, that also being towards the lower end of most analysts' expectations. When taken into account as well the amount of capital raising that's already taken place since the beginning of 2014, that number shrinks even further to just 9.5 billion euros. As such then, the fact that there's been no real nasty surprises here in these stress test results did see the euro trade stronger overnight in Asia Pacific trade, and the stock futures in Europe were immediately seen up around 1% upon the Eurex Open. However, having gone through now the cash equity open, we've seen quite an about turn in the markets. The periphery are in fact now underperforming. The likes of Banca Monte Paschi and Corrige, the 2 Italian banks which were identified as 2 of the most weakest in these stress tests, are now seen down around 15 to 17% individually. They have also been halted several times already to the downside, and seeing the likes of the IBEX and MIB now underperforming their more core counterparts. Also as well, to add into the mix, we've seen the German IFO report already come out this morning, was lower than expected across all 3 readings. The actual business climate headline itself showed the 6th consecutive monthly decline in that main data coming out of Europe. Looking forward though, in terms of the rest of the week, attention will then turn to the US and the Federal Reserve as they look to complete their tapering program this month. Most traders will be looking out for whether or not they'll keep that considerable time pledge in terms of gauging when exactly the rate liftoff will commence in the US, so again that will likely add some volatility to the week's trading session. That pretty much though concludes all of the main things from this morning and for this week. I hope you all had a great open thus far, and I wish you all a fantastic week. Thank you.